Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and this is part 2 of another massive unboxing from Todd. Todd, man, thank you again. This is amazing content. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. And this right here is the CJRB Mangrove. The CJRB Mangrove. Now, the CJRB Mangrove is, I believe, one of their older models, but very cool. This is an awesome spear point type of blade shape. You're going to have a nice, robust tip for any type of real hard work while being able to get up nice and close to that blade for strong push cuts. Good access to the lock bar. It is on bearings. The flipping action is pretty good. It's a little lazy, but it's still it's reliable. I mean, you would have no issue with, failing or anything like that, but it is a little bit lazier, but still not an issue at all. And yeah, I like the rock pattern. Very, very cool. We have D2 steel, brass pivot collar. Awesome, awesome knife. Robust grind for sure. So it's definitely a little bit more of a harder use grind at the very least. I don't know about the, ooh, I can spidey flick it from the bottom. But yeah, awesome, awesome knife. Let's check out another one. It's probably not something I personally would purchase, but I could see why somebody would love it. Okay, oh, I used to have one of these. I shouldn't. I wonder if I should even bring it up. Oh no, maybe, no, I didn't have one of these. No, I didn't. This is different. Okay, yeah, this is very different. I thought this was the Tower. It looks just like the Tower when I'm looking at it like that. This is the CJRB Barranca. Barranca. Very cool G10 scale, steel liner lock, good access to the lock bar, very smooth on the drop, great flipping action. The flipper tab, these flipper tabs work really good. The way they are, you can use them for push buttoning or light switch, but they're just very comfortable. Ergos are not the greatest. They're okay. I feel this stuff back here pretty significant from my personal hands. I'm more wrapping around this whole corner, if you can see, so I feel all of this. But I could still see this being a great little utility cutter, while also still being able to slice pretty good. D2 steel. Let's see if we can spidey flick it. Ooh, this one's pretty easy to spidey flick. Actually, very easy to spidey flick. This would go really good with a hole. But then again, my hands would kind of be in a different position if the hole was up here instead of down here, but it would still work good. Nice sheep's foot blade, and it has a nice spot right there for your thumb. Very, very cool. All right, next. I believe that's another older model, too, from CJRB. Okay. The ZT0393 Tiger. Ooh, this is a Hinderer edition. It is very similar to... Ooh, that was smooth. Very similar. Man, I can't get over that. That thing is so smooth. It's very similar to like the Eclipse. Harpoon blade. It almost seemed like they were going to go with a Tonto here, but it's just a harpoon. Is it a dual grind? It feels like a dual grind, but I can't see it with the coating. I think it is. Yeah, it's a dual grind. I can feel it get a little bit more robust at the tip, a little bit slicier back here, but definitely still a very robust grind. So it's not going to be the best cutter, but it's definitely going to be harder use. Good flipping action, whether you're push buttoning or light switching. Thumb studs also work really good and are, oh no, they're not the stop pin. We have a regular stop pin. Okay, so I see one issue that I have already is the stop pin. This is a very robust grind. I'm guessing this is titanium. No, it's steel. What? What? I don't know much about this one. It's a Hinderer design though, 20 CV, but this is steel. Because I'm putting a magnet to it, and it's, yeah, it's steel. No lock bar insert, so I don't know what the price would be on this. But anyways, what I was going to say is the stop pin is so tiny. Look at how small that stop pin is for this big old heavy blade. I would not trust that for hard use. I would trust it perfectly, just fine for slicing and just, you know, light duty cutting or regular cutting even, but just not for hard use. But all right, very cool. I'm glad to check it out. I've never seen one before. All right, this next one is a, whoa, I've never seen one of these. A SOG Stout FLK Custom. Ooh. Okay. Oh, we got a flipper. Nice flipping action. Detent is very nice, and it works good for the Spidey flick. We have a beautiful edge on this. Very sharp. This is Cryo D2. Okay, it's a Mikkel Williamson design, and that makes sense. It looks like a Mikkel Williamson design. We have SOG clip with their SOG logo, because they love to put SOG on everything. I don't know why they want to do that to you, but they do. A reversible pocket clip. Oh, and this is titanium, polished titanium. Wow, that is interesting. Man, that flipping action is very stout. Very, very snappy. Thumb flick, you can do it, because you have so much more leverage down here. So with this nice strong detent, it winds up working out great. Ergos are really nice. This is definitely a very interesting knife. It has a very robust grind up here at the tip. So the tip is going to be nice and stout, but then it's more slicey down here. And you can see the taper, how thin the bevel is right here, all the way to where it gets really thick up here. That's because the thickness of the geometry changes. Very, very cool. This is awesome. Definitely one I was not even aware of. This is a CRKT Tirade. A button lock. Ooh, I had the CRKT Titec 2 Tonto. This is something different, though. Is this aluminum? It's got to be aluminum. Yeah, it's got to be aluminum with steel liners, I'm guessing. Could be titanium, but I doubt it. I don't know. And this is a Brian Ty design. We have a very thin hollow grind here, which would be really good for your real hard use slicing. The only thing is we do have the thumb studs that get in the way right there, so you'd have to keep everything in this section right there. But they did put kind of a choil there too, to kind of, you know, you could probably push things right past it. Then it is a little bit more of a stouter grind, a lot more stouter grind up here. So we have a little bit thicker geometry for the harder use stuff. Ergos are sharp, but it's comfortable in specific grips, but you can see all the corners. I mean, there's lots of corners everywhere, so it's going to be, you know, a little sharp in areas, but you can lock yourself into certain places where it works out really good. I keep wanting to hit a liner lock. It is a button lock, and it's very, very smooth. Detent on the button is, it's soft, but you wouldn't fail it unless you tried once you understand it. Thumb studs. Once you get used to it, it's good, but you do have to kind of get used to it just a little bit. But once you get used to it, it's fine. Little bit of spring lash or plunge lash. You could call it detent lash, but it's not a detent. You see the plunge. It's like moving a little bit. Not a big deal. A lot of them do that. So very cool. Very cool. That is interesting. And that is very interesting. Holy cow, we have a lot of knives here. What time is it? Okay, we're gonna do a few more, and then we got to do a part 3. What is this? A 511 Coarser. I don't think I've ever... Wow, that was so smooth. I gotta do that again. I was not expecting that. It's so smooth. It's like it's glassy. And then listen to that lockup. A very heavy rock pattern or blasted pattern. It's like sandpaper. Then we have a stone washed. What steel is this? Aussate steel. This is a first production run. Very smooth. I don't mind flipping it, but I honestly, it's much more satisfying to slow roll because the slow roll is so smooth. Strong lockup. Feels solid. Oh, let's check the ergos. Ergos are super comfortable because it has like the teardrop shape where you have a really good grip down here in your hand. It seats nice and forward. Very cool, man. This thing's very interesting. I'm not sure about these, if you can even get these or anything, but very cool. The 511 Coarser. All right, the next one is, oh, cool. This is the Max Ace Samurai. The Max Ace Samurai. I like the Max Ace knives. Oh, that thing's snappy. Amazing ergos. This is extremely comfortable. The liner seems thin for how robust the handle feels, but strong lockup still though. Nice and early, but still nice and strong. No play, very solid. Access to the liner. It doesn't give you huge access, but it's very easy to get to still. The detent is super solid. You can hear it when it sucks back in. Good access to the thumb studs. Very cool. Robust grind for sure. This is definitely a harder use grind. Very cool. Let's see if we can lefty it. Very easy. This is K110, Bowler K110, basically D2. Very cool. All right, let's do one or two more and then we'll call it. Okay. Oh, I used to have that one. Okay, I'm gonna bust out one of these because I used to have this. Oh, I never tried this version though. Okay, cool. So this is the TWOSUN TS162. One of my favorite TWOSUNs in the titanium bolster model. This is a burlap micarta of some sorts, but this is some nasty micarta. But burlap is kind of nasty anyways. It's just that's the kind of micarta it is. It's not a beautiful micarta. Ooh, that's so smooth. But what I love about this knife, well, I have a titanium bolster lock version, carbon fiber and titanium. I have a full review on it. But what I love about them is that one, it's so extremely well built. The titanium model, I can't speak for this model. This is the more budget friendly model, but the titanium version comes in S90V and super thin behind the edge, super duper slicey, fantastic blade shape for just straight working, and the build quality, it was React quality for sure. I even compared it to Reacts just to like kind of show people. I did a TWOSUN versus everything or something like that, and I think it was in that one. Very smooth, nice strong detent, good reverse flicking action, nice beautiful sharpening choil. That is how a choil should be done. This has got to be steel liners because this is the budget version. I'm not a big fan of this micarta, but I don't know. It looks nasty. I think it's the color that's mostly doing it to me. But you can feel the burlap a little bit. I don't know. All right, guys, we're going to call it quits here. Part 3 is coming up next. I love you guys. Peace.